What up, my friends? So I'm as you can see in the reflection of my glass. Oh no, that's just me. I'm watching this 60-minute interview with Bill Whitaker again, with Kamala Harris being interviewed by Bill Whitaker. And I keep going back to the immigration thing, right? And look, I'm not the sharpest knife in the drawer. I never claimed to be, right? Math is not necessarily my strong point. But he pressed her a couple times, which I was surprised about the immigration issue. And she said, oh, well, we inherited the issue and yada, yada, yada. And he's like, well, no, though. But when the Biden administration took over, it quadrupled the amount of, that's like catch and release, right? So the amount of catch and releases that we had were quadruple what they were under the previous administration, right? And then she's like, well, she's, this whole word salad. And then all of a sudden she's, and he presses again. He goes, no, but it quadrupled. That's a fact. It went from this and now it was quadrupled, for 3.5 years at least. And she's like, yeah, but now we've cut it in half. We've put in some, situations and policies to cut it in half. And at the same time, they always say that the fentanyl crisis has nothing to do with illegal immigration, right? But at the same time, she goes, and that cut fentanyl, into the country by half. So you're admitting that it quadrupled in number the amount of catch and releases, okay? That's not gotaways. That's not getaways. That's not people that they don't know about. These are people that they know about. It quadrupled there, right? And when they cut it in half, that's still double what it was under the previous administration, okay? That math doesn't make any sense. So it's still double what it was, but she's bragging about how they fixed it from the quadruple number, the 4 times number, to half that, which is still double what it was. And by cutting that in half, they've cut illegal crossings of fentanyl in half as well. But illegal immigration and fentanyl crisis had nothing to do with each other. Does anybody, do you understand what I'm saying? They ask, what are you going to do different? What would you have done different in the last 4 years, right? She could have mentioned the Afghan withdrawal, right? Hey, we made some mistakes and, looking back at it now, we would do this, or immigration. No, you said it quadrupled. Yeah, sure. We could have, eased up on a couple of things and not on another. And barely anybody talks about fentanyl anymore, right? It's still killing, almost 200 people a day in America, United States, Anyway, no one else notice that math? None of my liberal friends, it quadrupled. Yeah, but we cut it in half. So do you understand when I always, and I'm only talking about them because they're the ones that are in power right now, okay? Easy, selector. Anyway, they create the problem and then they go, look, I got the solution. Look, we cut it in half. The problem that we created, we cut it in half, which is still double from what it was when we got here. Liberal math, my friends. Liberal math. Have a great day. I will.